You are exiles. We are the exiles. We are the fallen. You made the decision to go after strange flesh. This is about one thing. This is about us being consumed by another race. Let's get them in a host body system so we can destroy them. You're a kingdom divided. You're good and evil. You are the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. To rectify that situation, you got to be turned up. It's how you know that you know Jesus. And if it doesn't add up to the scriptures, then it's not true. All right, folks. God bless you guys. Welcome back to This Is It 4321. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get back here. I've been 2 weeks on antibiotics. Had a little kitty mishap. Anyway, almost went south on me. I've never had staph before, but I'll tell you what, if I ever came close to it, it was now. It was not good. Anyway, I'm good. I'm checking computers right now. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been stockpiling. I want to show you how obvious things are now. I mean, I need y'all to understand that as this is rolling out, the end of the world thing, you will see a change in the sea of humanity. It's visible, it's demonstrable, it's measurable. I mean, I can see it on a daily basis now when I go into public. The way I communicate with people that I know, the people that I know they're not converted, but I see a change. I see a disposition that's different, their way they're behaving. The things that they're saying are not, they're hostile with innuendo. It's fascinating. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. Do y'all remember the scene from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where the skull is speaking and the lady is she's channeling the skull while she's talking to Indiana Jones, and she goes, "We'll change you, Dr. Jones, all of you. We'll change you into us. And the best part of all, you'll never even know it's happening." Okay, when the Lord gave me that prophetic utterance in 2007, and the sea shall turn terrible before your very eyes, you know, I could play you clip after 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 clip of people around the world, Palestinians, overstepping boundaries with pure hatred towards the Jews. It's crazy. Just go look on any news channels, the anti-Semitism going on in the world right now. They're marking their houses in France. I mean, the stuff that, you know, people that are afraid to go to school. Some Jewish kids weren't allowed to go to school. I think it was at Yale maybe. But so this anti-Semitic rage is starting to fuel. Well, in the end of the Bible, we know that Jerusalem will be a cup of trembling before all nations. And so that is a clear sign of the end of everything. And it says, and then that's the time of desolation shall come. So anyway, so Israel is surrounded by Arab nations all the way around. You guys can see how obvious it's become now. But what I want y'all to see is the sea of humanity, okay? That's what I want to share with you on your daily walk out there in the world. When you turn on a TV, sometimes I go sit at a little counter, like bar counter in a diner, and they have a TV on the wall, and it just plays different news channels. You know, I'll go there and get a taco or something with Corey, and we'll sit there and I'll just look up. And I would say 90% of what comes on that screen, I'm sitting there just decrypting all of it. Just like there's that, there's this. It's another language, and it's just taking over. It's another entity, and it's working through the host body system. And if you've been removed from it, if you've been turned up and you've been set apart from it, you can look back at it and you can see it. It's easy to see now. Let me give you an example. Let me show you. I saw these bottles at the store the other day. I looked over at these Diablo wine bottles. They're in one of the folders, but a commercial came on, and I typed in Diablo wine commercial because I wanted to share it with you. But it brought up a totally different one. And then I watched this one. I was like, okay, now remember, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven right now. I'm going to give them to you. Ready? There it is. Okay, here's the key to the kingdom of heaven. There's a good you and there's a bad you. You are the tree of the knowledge of good, which is up, and evil, which is down. Good goes to heaven, evil goes to the pit. And here's the key. Ready? You turn the one that's down up. Now you have the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Same thing Jesus gave to Peter. That's why I named him Petros. Okay, now, here you go. Ready? Let's do this devil freaking tarot card thing. This is so crazy. Okay, it's called Casillero del Diablo. It means castle of the devil, or Casillero may actually mean something a little bit different. Castillo, you know what? Let me look it up. Let me check that out. Yeah, Casillero means locker. Okay, locker of the devil. So here we go. Watch this commercial, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me go back for one moment. Let me show you a couple images first. I want you guys to see the images first. Okay, so just a very brief reminder. Keys to the kingdom of heaven. There's a good you and there's a bad you. One's up, one's down. You have your own evil twin facing down. You got to invert that one eye and you can see the world as it truly is. And then you come to the knowledge of the truth. You make your plea to Jesus Christ. He converts you. The word converted means turned quite around. The word repent is a military term. It means turn 180 degrees and go the other direction. So it's always this, always. Now watch, check this out. Let me just give you an example. Like here you go, Gucci. Instead of clicking on each one, I'll just scroll. See Gucci right here. See the interlocking G's facing opposite directions. That's their symbology. Here's a Joker card. Looks like the devil right here. See it facing opposite directions. All face cards in cards are like that. Actually, all the cards are like that, right side up, upside down. So anyway, so here you go, same thing. Here you go, just different clothing lines. And the whole thing has to do with male and female energy locked within the same system. That is the serpent system. That's why they have a serpent eating its own tail with the right side up star. That is the angel in you. And then the upside down star, that's the female energy demon in you. So you have angel in you, demon in you, and that's the serpent's system that self-cannibalizes. It eats its own tail. And then I simply put in a red star and a blue star. There you go, just so you can, you can just see how obvious it is. There's the female energy. There's the male energy inside the Ouroboros, and that's what is self-cannibalized. A star, which is an angel. There's the angel in the system. Here's the demon in the system, and then that is the system, the serpent eating its own tail. It's vampiric. That's why this girl's wearing a shirt that says Vampire Academy. All you have to do is simply look at how obvious it is. Right side up, upside down, interlocking right there. Vampire. The system is vampiric, Cain and Abel. Here is the Ouroboros in the form of a dragon. It says to obtain something of equal value must be lost. See the right side up triangle, upside down interlocking triangle. There it is. That's their system. And then I'm going to show you guys briefly. There's a big statue on New York shore with doing the shush sign. We'll get back to that in a minute. But just remember, this is their goal. The twin system is what burns you to their system. So you are consumed, you are burned. That's why in Genesis 3, neither shall you touch it, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. The word touch means lay with a woman, and the word eat means to burn. Okay, now watch. Because once you become part of the system, you're in a cannibalistic, murderous system. And if you're in it, you have to turn away from it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Locker of the devil. Here we go.
Do people take notice when you walk into a room? Do they wonder whether your wealth is inherited or self-made? Do they wonder where you got your shoes, your suit, your watch? Do they desire to be with you? Do they want to be you? Well, I wouldn't know, because that's not me. This is me. And some might say I'm the greatest thief in the world. You like this? The Saxon crown. I like to wear it around the house sometimes. Right. Let me show you around. Where shall we start?
The East Wing.
It all started with a love of art.
Until I realized that theft itself
Was my art. Artifacts, necklaces, anything that shined, really. Anything that shined. Anything that shined, really.
Then I figured.
This was more than an art. It's a form of magic. I like that voice. Possible?
Maybe.
Through the years, I've stolen many things. But there's one thing I won't steal. Why, you may ask? I'll answer that with another question. Would you steal from the devil?
Okay, so let's see. Did you catch it? Did you catch all of it? This is what's in front of you now. This is exactly what I've been teaching you out of the Bible. Everything that I teach you is in this one commercial. Let me show you a couple things. See if I can slow it down right here. Well, if you pay attention right here, the flames are in the shape of the devil, horns of the devil, horn of the devil, eye of the devil, eye of the devil. So it's making the flames of the devil using the 2 wine bottles, and then he burns you from, that's what the goal is right here. Just like YG, remember YG tennis shoes? F you, pay me. The tennis shoes by YG, they're called bait. On the tongue, it says F you, pay me. And then on the heels, it says Lost Angel. See, they know. They know. This, I mean, this is absolute proof they know. Watch. So, watch this. There it was. There you go. Right when he says, would you steal from the devil? That's the very first thing he shows you. Look at what you're looking at, folks. The key to the kingdom of heaven is right in front of you all the time, mocking the crap out of you. And when he shot the cards in the air, do y'all know what that is called? When he shoots, he goes, it's magic. Like he realizes his thievery was magic, because it is a sort of magic. It's the greatest alchemy there is, taking an angel, pointing it in a system called a host body, and then transmuting that to a locust from the pit. But shh, that's the big secret. They don't want anyone to know it. That's a big secret. That is the secret. The secret. Angel gets trapped in a host body, right side up, upside down. This is the big secret. Shh, that's what they don't want you to know. Slaughter Jesus. Jesus, they got, so if you came from above and you came in the system and you got inverted, you're what needs to be slaughtered. The star, the light that's in the host body, they need to slaughter that. Watch this. So there it is, right in front of you. All of it right in front of you. Now let's go to the Alien Covenant movie very quickly. Now I'm going to tell you kind of what I'm working on, some stuff. Some of the stuff I've been doing is a little too overwhelming for most human brains. I'm just going to look at you and tell you the truth. Some stuff I almost don't feel like I can share publicly. It may be too much for a lot of people. There's a reality to just how serious some of this information is. If you really take hold of what I'm showing you, I've been working on the hieroglyph again. The Lord led me back to the hieroglyph. It's insane. It's too much for a human brain to really fully grasp that it is a race of beings that has trapped another race of beings within the host body system. And there's a sheep race, and then there's a serpent race. So it's sheep and serpent all the time, and the serpent is destroying the sheep. And it goes back to the very beginning of the Bible. That's what this is all about. So anyway, I've been working on the hieroglyph, drawing it in again. And it's frightening. It's horrifying. It is literally Alien Covenant movie on steroids is what it really is. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm going to give you guys a little piece of the Alien Covenant movie so you can understand how just beyond the human brain this is. Okay, I just want to give you a slice of it. So remember, this is their big symbology. They don't want you to know what. They don't want you to know this. Remember Rihanna wearing the upside down cross? It says mind control on her t-shirt. Okay, here's Alien Covenant. Now, here's the thing about this. He's going to put the captain, he's going to put her in her little cryo tube. He's going to put her in the little cryo tube, and then he's going to initiate cryo sleep. But the other twin of that, David switched places with Walter. And David has bad plans. He actually burps up these embryos that he's going to plant inside of her when he gets to where they're going. That's what this scene's all about. So once the cryotube shuts on her, she realizes, oh my God, it's not Walter, it's his evil twin, David. And he goes, shh, don't let the bed bugs bite. Then he walks over to a door and he gives a code to open up the doors. And he plays Entering the Halls of Valhalla. And it plays, I think it's Wagner plays Entering the Halls of Valhalla. And the door opens. He spits out a code. I took that code and I put it in the Bible. You will not believe what the code says. You won't believe it. The code, the numerology in the Bible. I'm going to show it to you. And the doors open up, and then he goes and he burps up the embryos and he plants them in their little tray because he's going to go take the host body of the captain that he's got there and the other people, the colony that's still on the spaceship, and he's going to go and plant those freaking xenomorphs, bugs, serpent beings inside them. So this thing that you're looking at right here is a exact parallel to Akhenaten and Nefertiti. Try and wrap your brain around that. And I'm going to tie it to Barack Obama. I'm going to tie it to all these Hollywood stars. And I'm just going to show you what it means. Okay, because here is the manifestation of the serpent race. The serpent race manifests who they are and what they are all the time. So let's watch. Ready?
Walter? When we get there, will you help me build my cabin? The cabin on the lake.
There you go. Shh. There's Barack Obama doing it. There's Lily Allen, Madonna, other rap artists and other people, models and singers, musical artists doing it. Sketchy tank clothing. Shut the F up. It's a vampiric system. See, it's a right side up, upside down vampiric system. Shh. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That's the big secret. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Their shadow is the shadow of an insect because it's what they really are. Isn't that hard just to put your brain into that? But the Bible declares it. It's what the Bible says. I'll restore to you the years the cankerworm has eaten, the locust, that great army I sent among you. Because, see, we're in trouble. We're the ones that got in trouble with the Lord God. If you think your host body is like this wonderful, oh, yay, and you can't, you're trying to hold on to it, like, oh, well, this is the thing I value the most, then you don't know what's going on. It's a breeding facility for an insect from the pit. Here it is. So watch this. Now, here we go. So here they all are doing their little shush. See it? S, capital S, and then HHH. S in the Bible is the ninth. Well, S is the 19th letter of the alphabet, which is slaughter in the Bible. HHH is commonly known and referred to for those people that know about gematria. 888 is used all the time for Jesus. Slaughter Jesus. Slaughter this angel that got put in. Because, see, we're all parts of one big thing from heaven. Lights. And that light came in and got trapped. Slaughter Jesus. Do you get it? So that's the big secret. Here again, watch. There you go. Look, there's Rihanna. Control minds with an upside down cross. I mean, you can't make this up. You couldn't think it up. And now all the information bears witness to it. That's right out of the commercial I just showed you. I showed it to you beforehand, so when it plays, you would see it.
Would you steal from the devil?
There you go, right there. There it is. Would you steal from the devil? Right side up, upside down. That's the devil's system. Do you get it? And there it is, mainstream, right in front of you again. And it's being more pervasive. That's the point I'm trying to get to. It's becoming so pervasive, it's normal. All this is being very normalized. And so over the years, I've kind of kept an eye on it, but now it's really ramping up, you guys. So now let me show you a couple more things. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. So this is when David burps up the embryos. So David, there's one of the embryos he burps up to put in the tray. And then he gave out a code to walk in there. And so now this thing is in an egg. He has to insert it into one of the, he has to insert that into one of the passengers on the spaceship. So there's 36, 7, 94. And now watch this. 36 means unborn. Unborn. And he's holding a xenomorph in an egg. He couldn't make this up. Unborn, and he's holding the xenomorph in the egg. There's the number on the screen. 36, then 7, and then 94. 7, to destroy, to perish, to destroy, to make to perish. 94, unjust, wicked. Now here's the thing. This may be a little much for your brain, but this is a fact. This is the people walking around on the earth. One eye up, one eye down. One to heaven, one to the pit. One to your own worm. Unless you're converted and you become, your eyes become single. The Bible said if your eyes be single, your whole body's full of light. So if you don't get converted before you die, that thing you just saw on the screen is true. You become one of the unjust or the wicked, and you died and you went to the pit. And what happened to you? You got transmuted into a locust from the pit. I'll prove it. Ready? Here we go. Right here. E-sword. And then I'll also pull up the, hang on one sec, Revelation 9. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just get this enlarged. I thought it would be open. Here we go. The shapes of the locust. Here we go. Shapes. A form, a resemblance, to assimilate, to become similar, to be, to make like. See it right there? You cannot make this up. The shapes of the locust. So what I'm going to show you in one of these upcoming videos is locusts from places you're not even going to freaking believe. You're going to be like, what, Click? You're going to be like, no. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I told you so. So anyway, I don't want to overload you guys. I don't want everybody running and freaking out, but I'm drawing in the hieroglyph again, and it's conclusive that what you're seeing on that screen with that alien covenant, the reason they said covenant is because there is a covenant between the Lord God and the system and the enemy. There is. If you take on a host body, then the devil, Satan, has legal title deed to this. He owns it. Just like that playing card, it's his system. So there is a covenant. He gets it. He's the deputy. So you have to be born again to get out of it. Do you understand? That's why I'm just so adamant. Look at the way the Lord saved me. Read the tags in the close. Come on, guys. What kind of a testimony? The Lord told me to read the tags in the clothes I'm carrying. I mean, just because it's so bizarre, you should know there's no way anyone could think that up. And I read the first tag. It said 100% nylon. And I'm standing there with my girlfriend that thinks I've lost my mind, which I can understand. When I'm sitting there going, yeah, some source is communicating with me. He's telling me to read the tags in the clothes I'm carrying. And I read a tag. It says 100% nylon. That's just nuts. And I said, yeah, 100% nylon doesn't make any sense. And then the Lord tells me, turn it upside down, the word nylon, 100% no lion. And then my whole body lights up like I'm in Star Trek or something. I'm getting beamed up. What's going on? That was the Lord God saying, okay, Johnny, I'm calling you to service. Your name, by the way, means Yahweh has given. That's what Jonathan means. Look it up. Yahweh has given. And now he's giving me more than I know what to do with. And it's like, it's a burden beyond your brain. Okay, going to reel it down a little bit. Here we go. To assimilate the shapes of the locusts. Here we go. Now look at this. So if you get assimilated, they're mocking you in this movie. He's like, oh, shush, don't let the bed bugs bite. Unjust. First it says unborn, which was 36 unborn. And what's he doing? He's holding an unborn xenomorph insect, whatever, reptile creature. And then 7 to perish, and then 94 unjust and wicked. Disapproved. And I'll tell you what, if you die in that condition, you are the unjust and wicked. You are disapproved. So what they're showing you is reality. Try and just stop and think about that. And the way I know that is by the numbers they plugged from the Bible. Otherwise, they wouldn't have plugged those numbers. How do you get those numbers? Well, you're calling out, the code to get into Valhalla, where he's going to burp up all the embryos, that he's going to plant those unborn embryos in the passengers. Unjust. Anyway, yeah, it's beyond the human brain. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I'm working on the hieroglyph stuff, and I've got more stuff. Here's the thing from Taylor Swift. Are you ready for it? I mean, look at Taylor Swift. When you go on the one side of her, this is what's on one side. On this side, it looks like a normal female. On the other side, this is what's showing up. You know what I mean? Does that look kind of like a jellyfish woman cylindrate octopus type weird thing? Why would you put that in your video? Okay. Anyway, here we go. Just one more thing to remember while we're going to be doing all this. The devil, just remember the devil tarot card is an upside down star right here in the middle. See, and then you have male and female. It's common. They'll use it different ways. Here it is. Look, male and female, whatever. Oh, that's interesting. They put long hair on both these. But it's the common theme, male and female. The devil owns that system. That's why in the Casillero del Diablo, that's why the first thing they say, would you steal from the devil? And it shows his identity. There it is. All right, guys. All right, now I'm checking equipment. I just got 3 laptops into the shop. I got one out yesterday. I get the other ones out today. I have a lot going on. Attacks on equipment, crazy stuff. Anyway, so I'm back. I'm going to try and be here as much as possible. And like I said, I'm working on this hieroglyph, but it's maybe a little much, so I'll do a parental warning on it. Okay. All right, guys, peace and grace. The king's coming. By the way, if you're watching Israel and all that, just remember a lot of what you're seeing is being orchestrated for the minds of the whole population to get your mind where they want it before they pull the trigger on, it's an eventuality. It's coming. If you can't see that the end is coming, then you're blind. Just remember 9/11, Twin Towers, printed on your money. Remember the federal building, printed on your money. Nuke on New York City, printed on your money. Okay, just trying to remind you. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, the king's coming. Keep the faith. Keep marching towards the finish line. Put all your trust in God. You know the truth, so you don't have to be afraid of what's coming. You don't have to fear death. We've overcome death. All right, I love you guys.